when there were still questions of him signing the new contract. Chelsea had offered that plus money, and AC
Milan
was waiting to see where he was going with it.
Milan almost took him up on that last year.
But I thought Leao came out and said he wanted to stay.
Huh?
Milan wants him to stay.
But he already signed a contract.
Came out and said he wanted it. Didn't he get a new contract?
Yeah, he just got a new contract with a new buyout of $175 million.
Good luck with that.
Not worth it.
No.
I don't know, man.
If you're gonna pay $175 million, go buy Bellingham.
Well, they were gonna play him as
go
a
buy
striker.
Bellingham.
He was part of the plan for striker.
Don't curse the 9 again, because they're gonna give him a 9, and he's gonna tank.
The 9 is
back though. Donkey Foot will be back.
Donkey Foot's gonna get sold.
The only person Chelsea needs to focus on is getting Harry Kane.
That's all we need to. Tottenham wants $100 million. He's got a year left in his contract. I would, as a businessman,
Levy will not allow that to happen.
If we pay the $100 million, they have no choice.
Remember what happened when they sold Bale and they bought like 8 players? They could do that again. They could do that again. So
with what manager?
Do you not remember the Modric saga?
Just trade half your team.
Offered $20 million more than they were asking for, and they would not sell to us.
I wouldn't have either.
Just trade.
Here's the thing: is Kane isn't
all of the players that y'all need to get rid of in the summer. Just give them to Tottenham for Harry Kane. Just put your dumpster fire into Tottenham. Fire.
Yo, we'll just
their dumpster fire is worse
because we got Posh. We'll just bring all the positive that he brought, all those finals, all the final losses, and just ship all the boilie shore over to Tottenham.
There's no positive at Tottenham. There's nothing. He's not anything.
Posh led that dumpster fire of a club to some finals.
Yeah.
If he can do it there, he can do it. And I really respect one thing that happened with bringing
What's
Posh
the sense? They ruined him.
He told Boyle and Clearlake and Baghdali to stay out of the locker room. You will not come into my space during my time. I will have control over this transfer. He made some demands that they weren't willing to meet with other managers, that he got across the line. Like if
he's the last chance saloon.
Also, but I mean the other managers don't have Premier League experience. He literally
have Premier League experience, and he's got a track record of developing youth players. And that's what Chelsea wants to be.
8-year contracts on Mudryk and Enzo. Are you kidding me?
He's bringing his whole staff.
Because he's bringing his whole staff.
He's already been in London with them. He already knows London. He knows that. He knows that.
He's right down the street. Yeah.
He makes. If you acquiesce to anyone, you acquiesce to a guy that knows, not a guy that is strange.
I don't see us not competing for Europa Champions League. We have holes to fill, but Boyley's. If we can balance our books early in the transfer window, we can have the opportunity to sign some of these big names that we're trying to bring in.
Do you think you're hurt because of how bad you've been this season, that the attractiveness of coming into that? Like, for example, conversely, now that Arsenal are in the Champions League, that makes us way more attractive of a than we were last season because we weren't playing Champions League. But now that y'all aren't playing anything,
I think it's Conte, when they did an interview and asked, hey, would you want to be at Chelsea again? Would you re-sign your contract and everything? He said it kind of the best I've heard from a player's perspective. They're building something here, and if you want to be a part of it, if you're bought into what the youth movement is here at Chelsea, our owners are willing to spend, unlike other American owners. While I don't think he puts it in the right place, Boyle will splash $100 million on anyone. Hey, I'll buy him.
It's
McAllister. That'll cost you $100 million.
It'll cost us $100 million. No, if we're spending $100 million, we pick up the Croatian defender,
Harry Kane,
or Kane.
My thing
Gargol would be an amazing
pickup
because we're losing Silva or Koulibaly.
Yeah,
they cannot make a season happen. They're great. They're perfect for the locker room. They're leaders. I get it. They have a great career. They have legacy to them. But just like Azpilicueta, he's got legacy to him. He was a captain. He holds the band. He holds some weight. They're over the hill, and we have to recognize this and fill it with. I think Badiashile playing in the middle works way better than playing Chalobah out wide. Works way better. But Chalobah's not an immediate fix. James and Chilwell, you have Badiashile, then you have one more to pick up. If you're spending 100 mil, you pick up a center back that's prolific and big and profound. We lost Rudy. We have to replace him. That still hasn't been done.
Folwell, though, coming back.
Ridiculous.
He played well for Brighton.
We should have never let Tomori go. Like, hindsight 2020, Tomori leaving Chelsea was the dumbest decision we made in our defense in the last 5 years.
If y'all go 6, 7 players, spend
we
another.
only need. I
think it's 3.
I really we only need a defender, a goalie, and a striker. We have everything else.
Come on.
What 3 do you think, Pat? I say goalie, defender, and a striker.
Goalie, center defensive mid, and a defender.
See, I'm betting the farm that Conte
or a striker. I'm sorry, striker. Sorry, center defensive mid.
Honestly,
striker and a goalie.
I'll say one thing on the pod, so it's out there in the world. I honestly would cash out Reece James right now. I do not trust what has happened to him in the last 3 seasons. That hamstring and those leg injuries are so recurring. I would sell him now while he's worth 100 mil or 200 mil than to have it happen again next season and then he's only worth 20 or 30.
That's ambitious.
Well, I also think that
James is one of the best right backs in the game.
I will also say to kind of back off of that.
Who's better?
Think about how much he's played though.
Yeah.
And how quick he was rushed back.
Oh, I agree. I 100% agree. The last injury spell, he should not have been brought back to the first team, no matter how bad we were hemorrhaging. It didn't help. We lost the games anyway.
Yeah.
But Reece James, if he keeps getting worked like this, it will be one of those situations where one of the best right backs that we've seen in the modern era won't be that because he's at 24 gassed because you put too many miles on him.
Well, the thing though is that's why we bought Gusto in the winter transfer window too.
Right. I think Nkunku brings a lot to our front. I'm excited to see next season. Posh has a lot to work with already that's coming in. I think, we gave Potter way more games than we should have. I think Posh is going to take the opportunity further than he ever could.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that they're going to do is you asked about players willing to come to Chelsea. I think players will go because the manager will represent stability. Because before Pochettino had the whole thing of he didn't win trophies, but then he went to PSG and won a trophy like in his first month. And it's PSG, but you still got to win the game. But you still got to win the game.
Are we not on par with that? Like, we'll spend money. We got money. We'll spend it. We'll buy your player.
I think.
Yeah, but Premier League ain't Liga.
I agree. I'm just talking about the fact that he has Tottenham and then he has PSG. So he's been in big cities and big clubs, and he's shown he can work with the teams that spend money and the teams that don't necessarily spend money. But he's also shown that he can work with stars because he had some of the biggest in Ligue 1. And then he had Kane, and he built guys into. For example, I think
Dele Alli looked like a superstar.
And so I just think the guys will want to play for him. So
if Kane comes to Chelsea, it's over. It's over. If Kane comes to our club, it's over.
Goalkeeper is one
Well, I will say this, it's the same subject, but I went back and read a couple articles yesterday talking about Chelsea's staff makeup. And I didn't realize, I read it today, actually. There's like 2 former City, there's a scout and there's a director of football or something like that. Or maybe it's loans. I think it's loans. That's at Chelsea now. And you throw in the guys from RB Leipzig. I think there is a little bit of stability that is going to come from this. I think that you got a manager that you can trust. Everybody's on the same page, it seems. And I think that was the one problem with Tuchel and Clear Lake and Bowley and Ekbody to begin with. They weren't on the same page. I I think that some of that was because there was frustration of, well, we can't buy anybody in the summer. And every time we tried to buy somebody, Barcelona would buy it before us. It was literally Barcelona
they
buying.
sniped. Because we got
I
their
think it was
feeling
like
we were
5
allowed.
players.
We were allowed to buy too late. Right.
Yeah.
Y'all talking about y'all are really talking about sniping players from teams?
Yes.
I know, right?
So,
But my point being is I think it will be a
y'all
clean
got
slate.
lucky or y'all got the better end of that stick, y'all.
We'll see. I still
Well,
think the
jury's out on
potential
that.
through the roof there.
Jury's out on that one.
Yeah. But I think some of that stability is going to make things not only better on the field, but off the field. There will be a better transfer strategy. Loan wise, it'll be better. I just think that there was so much chaos in the last year. Well, we're talking now, 15 months, that it would have been hard for anybody to get through that. And then when you talk about actually losing the owner for 20 years, I mean, it's a total upheaval. So I don't think that Posh is going to, take us to top of the league in the first year or the second year by any means. But I do think he's going to be a stabilizing force. I do think that we're going to get the value out of our players that are on the team that stay. And I think that we're going to make good, smart decisions when it comes to transfers. And that's why I think it's striker, center defensive mid, and a goalkeeper. Really strengthen the spine, so to speak.
Yeah.
To add a point about Chelsea, I'm going to say this. It might seem like unfair, but if it doesn't work out with Pochettino, your club is in a huge problem. No one's going to want to go there, and it'll be a waste. If it doesn't work with him, he's literally the litmus. If you fail with him, done.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would
100%.
100% agree.
Well, you heard it here first. Pochettino, last chance saloon for.
We didn't even talk about the game, y'all realize that, right?
Yeah.
Well,
there wasn't much to talk
we're on
about.
We're just
We're
like
on
the
the
players.
beat.
We're just thinking about, the summer.
Wasn't
Yeah.
much to talk about. Sterling gets his goals. Awani gets his goals. It was a nice 2-2. Let's go ahead and get the likes up for the future of the Chelsea Blues. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for being here, and get that notification bell on. We will be back really, really soon.